pretty girl. Hi guys, good morning and welcome to my life as I live it. Today's a Sunday morning and I am going to be showing you how most of my Sundays look like. So this is 5:30. Excuse my voice, my chest has been disturbing me. So this is 5:30 and I'm about to begin my day. So I'm going to the kitchen right now to just put things together for breakfast and lunch. It's time for me to go and wake the kids up, so let's go. Yes. Yeah. Myra, baby, you push, go and brush. This is always the hardest person to get up. Good morning, princess. How did you sleep? Go and brush now. So because of time, I decided not to show you guys us bathing and getting ready because it will take a lot of time. So after doing all that, we entered the car and we're on our way to church. So I usually take snacks when going to church because it's early in the morning, the kids don't have time to take breakfast, so we just go ahead and take snacks. And most Sundays when we're coming back, since we love drinking, we always stop by a shop and buy some drinks to just drink and chill. So guys, it's 9:30 and we are back from church. I forgot to buy vinegar to mix in the salad, so that's what I want to do now.
You don't even know me like that. Are you pressed for time? Put you on my mind. Come a little closer like that. Staying up all night, throwing drinks back. Blue eyes smiling while you're cursing. I admit it's
Hi guys. I'm struggling to excuse me breathe. So guys, we came back from church, we did the breakfast. I stopped filming when we ate breakfast. So after eating breakfast, guys, I just cleaned the kitchen, like cleaned the plates we used to eat, and then came in and wanted to do this part of this video because I was about to go and nap, but lights went out when I was in the middle of the video. So I was just like, you know what, like, let me just have my nap. So we started sleeping at, I think, 11. That is something that we do every Sunday. We started sleeping at 11 and I only woke up a few minutes, like 30 minutes ago. That was at 2:30. I got up, I put on my video for my Sunday video up, and we had lunch. While we're having lunch, lights came back. So we have eaten now. Kaden is still sleeping, and I hate when Kaden sleeps in the afternoon because it's so difficult to get him to sleep in the night, but what can we do? He should rest. So now, between now and let me say 4 or 5, it's always just chill time. Like, I'll just relax. I'm going to watch movies, watch videos on YouTube, just chill. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about something here. It's about the fact living with asthma in Cameroon, like living with asthma, growing up with asthma. So I think when I had an attack, guys, okay, that's what's prompted me to talk about this. I had an attack like on Friday. It was really bad. Not bad in the sense that I fell, they caught me, carried me to the no. Bad in that I felt really bad. Okay, and when I have my attacks, guys, I look strong. Like, when I tell people, I'm like, okay, now do I look like I'm not fine? I look pretty strong, but I'm the one who is feeling what I feel. It's going on inside me. So my chest is feeling really heavy. So a lot of people will not understand when they see me looking fine and everything, but I'm telling them I'm not fine, like I'm not okay. So how did I discover I was asthmatic? I think it's when I was pretty young, maybe for nursery 2, class 1, like that. I was always sick. Like, I was that baby that my parents used to call wish baby. You know, in those days, parents used to say, you don't start that wish when a child is too sick. So I was that child in our house that was always constantly sick. So I can remember there was a time I probably had like pneumonia. I don't know, I cannot remember like that, but from what my mom would say to people as I've grown up, that's what I think. So I think I had pneumonia, and after that pneumonia, after I was cured for pneumonia, that's when asthma just kicked in. And I've been living with that since I was like, let me say 5 years old till today. I'm 30. I'm going to 35 in a few months. Oh my god. Anyway, let's not talk about the age. So yeah, I've been living with that since. And whew, guys, it's not easy. This is not one of those things that I wish anybody I know should have. So yeah, they said it's hereditary because my granddad was asthmatic apparently. So my mom never had it, but I caught it. So yeah, I'm asthmatic. I don't know whether it was as a result of the pneumonia or it's because of hereditary or whatever, but that's what I have, and I've been living with it ever since. I feel like one of those things that really trigger it for me is cold. Yeah, when places are really cold, oh my god, that's the first trigger. The second trigger for me is dust. You know, dust, smell of old things. That's a trigger. That's why I'm constantly cleaning my space. Like, I'm constantly changing things up, because if I leave things to stay for really long, it just messes me up. Like, the smell and the allergies, like everything. I'll be sneezing, my chest will start hurting and all that. And then what else, excuse me, what else is a trigger? Anger. When I get really angry, that's what I'm always telling people, I don't like getting angry. When I get really angry and frustrated and I feel like, oh my god, I cannot like, when I get to that point, I'm one of those people, when I get really angry, I cannot even talk. I'm like, it's like all my words disappear. So when I feel that way, when I get to that level, okay, when I get really mad and frustrated, it triggers. But I'm happy that that's something that hardly happens. That particular cause, it hardly. So it's mostly always cold. So growing up in Bamenda, you know how Hamatan can be, the dust, cold. I was always having attacks frequently when I was living in Bamenda, because I stayed in Bamenda from when I was born till I was 11 years old. When I was going to secondary school, we went down to Boya, it reduced. So I was not having the attacks like as frequently as I was before, but the attacks would come like after once a month and things like that. It will come. So I'm one of those people, you never hear me telling you, oh, I'm sick, I have typhoid. I have had typhoid one time in my life. Malaria, I have malaria like once every 3 years. I hardly fall sick. So if you ever hear me say I'm not feeling well, that is for you to understand what is wrong. Like, just know that my chest is disturbing me. If I just tell you, oh my god, I'm not feeling well, just know that my chest is what is disturbing me. So yeah, in Boya, my chest once a month. Like, see, I was not afraid of cold water. I can remember when I went to high school, when 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 I was in Baptist, excuse me guys, when I was in Baptist, my mom was so worried because one, I bathe with hot water. When even in Douala, I bathe with hot water. Okay, because this thing happens to me. One of the things that I've said, cold and water, cold water triggers it. So I bathe with hot water all the time. I could be in Douala and I'm like, no, Douala is hot. I bathe with hot water 1, 2, 3, 4. By the 5th day, I'm going to have an attack. You get? So I'm always bathing with hot water, always. So when I was in high school and I went to Baptist, my mom was not sleeping. My mom was like, oh my god, her child. My mom used to come and visit me every single day. It's after 1 month when she saw that I wasn't doing so bad, then she adjusted. But it was never really easy. So yeah, guys, I'm struggling to breathe because I'm still recovering from the Friday attack. So that's how it has been, right? And then when I went now to Yaoundé, since the Yaoundé cold is kind of a mix of Boya and Bamenda, my attacks started reducing. I was having attacks like twice a month and all that. And then, oh my god, this is one of the reasons why I love Douala. Because when I came to Douala, guys, before this attack, my last attack was like 6 months ago. Okay, my last attack was like 6 months ago. So that's why I love Douala, because I hardly have attacks. I'll have attacks only, I don't even know what triggered it this time. I think it might be cold or something. Like my AC in the room got too cold, and that is what I feel like that's what must have triggered it. So I've never really had, like, how do I explain this? You know when people have asthma attacks and they fall and they're like, ooh, I've had that just like 3-4 times in my life. And I feel like, you know, there are different levels of asthma, right? Maybe I don't have that wounded level, or maybe, I don't know. This is what I always say. When I start feeling myself, right? When I just start feeling myself like, Kenna, you're about to, your body, your chest is telling you something. I just go and buy my drugs, take my inhaler. This one is always with me everywhere I go. I just go and take my inhaler, pam, and I start spraying. I just take care of myself basically. When I start coughing, one unnecessary cough, yeah, I just know that this is it. I can feel it. Like, I feel it when it's coming. I'm like, hey, you're coming, right? Let me just keep you to rest. So that is just it. So yeah, growing up, I can remember I used to use the inhaler so very much that it got to a point where I became immune to antibiotics, because they were always giving me, how they call it, antibiotics, how they call it, amoxicillin. I was always taking it. It got to a point where they weren't working for me anymore. They had to change even my Ventolin. They had to change to one little brown asthma spray. But after some time, they gave me this one. And then when I got now into the university, they started giving me drips. Oh my god, these drips are so painful. And I like taking the drips though. But for me to take the drip, it's just like, I don't know the name of my drug, so you push not laugh at me. For me to take this drip, it takes 1 day, and it's so painful, guys. It takes you like 16 to 20 hours for that drip it's one drip, but it takes like 16 to 20 hours. So if I want that drip, I have to go to the hospital and just book my whole day, stay there, stay in bed, and they give me that drip. When I take the drip, I feel so much better. I could go for like even 7-8 months without having the attack. Please, if there are any doctors watching this and you know the drugs and the names of the drips I'm talking about, can you drop it in the comment section? I don't know the names, but that is how it always goes. So all this while, I'm not really taking the drip. I've just been with my Ventolin. If I start feeling anyway, I just pap, I just take it, because I'm not about falling sick or going to the hospital. Then they start giving me drips and all that. Yeah guys, that is actually my reality. And when I'm feeling this way, I don't even have to, like, cold water is one of those things that triggers it. My chest starts paining, the fan, my chest starts paining. So I'm just like guarding myself. So people ask me, like, Kenna, how does it feel when you're asthmatic now? How does it feel? I always tell them that it's like there's a fridge in my chest. That's basically how I feel sometimes. I basically feel cold. Like, I don't know how to explain this. But I feel cold, basically cold in my chest. So what makes me always feel better is that I always take a pillow when I want to sleep and I do this. So when people around me who know me see me doing something like this, they're just like, now I chest don't start worrying. Because when I do this, guys, when I apply pressure on it, I feel a lot better. I also use bronchodamine on my chest, but guys, the smell of bronchodamine is horrible. Yeah, so I just put something on my chest. When I put that on my chest, I feel a lot better. But it legit feels like there's a fridge. Sometimes it's so cold that I walk like this, like I feel like walking like this makes it feel better. It's true, those things don't actually make it feel better, but those are some of the things that I do. Since I started having kids, I keep praying. I'm just like, Papa God, please, so let none of my children have this thing, because it's not fun having it at all. When you're recovering from the asthma, guys, I cannot do anything like any vigorous thing, right? I cannot like even dance, like do this for long. You see, I've started breathing funny. I cannot do anything, like I cannot sing for long. I cannot sing for long. I cannot talk for long. I cannot talk with a lot of energy and all that. I cannot do any of those things for long when I'm feeling like this, you get. So it's very annoying. I cannot walk fast. If I'm late, I'm late. I have to be walking slow, because if I just walk fast, I start breathing funny. It starts, so I'm just like, so guys, that is my reality. I have a friend of mine whose son is actually asthmatic, and oh my god, every time I see him I feel so bad. Because of that, my friend has gotten, when we go anywhere, right, she has gotten so used to his symptoms that she takes care of me like her daughter. It always makes me laugh so much. I'm just like, oh, you're so nice, because she can tell if something has started irritating me. She's just like, Kenna, you started breathing like you started. So she already knows, like, you started breathing the way my son breathes. You started coughing those funny coughs. That coughs, something is up. What is wrong? What can I do for you? She's always so nervous when she's walking around me. When we went to Bamenda together, she kept giving me sweaters and blankets. Kenna, cover your chest. Kenna, no. Kenna, she was just so worried. And I was just like, I understand what you're going through. To have a child who is asthmatic is not even big. But I hear some people actually outgrow it, guys. When I stay for 6-7 months without having an attack, I'm always like, hallelujah, it has gone. And then we're just like, Kenna, I'm back. So yeah, that's how we do. That's how we're living. Sometimes I just know, but I always take my Ventolin. But sometimes when I'm feeling really bad, I decide to just take some herbs here and there. I'll take lemon and honey. I just take a few things that will just reduce the pain, because I don't like constantly spraying the Ventolin, because it has a side effect. So if I spray it too much, my body starts shaking, my hands start shaking, so I don't like taking it too much. So when I take the spray, it calms the pain. I always just go ahead, like now I'm taking a lot of lemon and honey. That's what I'm just taking it with. But please guys, I'm not a doctor. Do what your doctor tells you. Yeah guys, so this is just my life as an asthmatic patient. Anyway, like I told you guys, this is chill time. I just wanted to share that with you, so that in case you're asthmatic, if you can relate, let me know in the comment section. If your kid is asthmatic, or if you know anybody who is asthmatic, how do they manage it, how are they living and all that. Anyway guys, like I said, this is chill time, so I'm just going to go sit down and continue chilling. I know that I will not chill. I'll probably be editing this video while chilling, but I'm going to put a movie, watch and just chill right now.